And I mean, I got real heavy on collecting them too, and I think it was twofold. I think because when I had the Altezza, I had so many stickers on that car. I had my rear window, I had both my back windows, I had the back quarter glass, like I had everything was completely covered. I had hundreds of stickers, and I think it was twofold. I think it was I spent $8 at least per sticker, and when I added it up, I was like, I could be buying real car parts with this money, and instead I'm buying hentai stickers. Like, what am I doing with my life? And then the other half of it was that I had them on the car, and then after a winter, after a summer, whatever, they faded, they started peeling off. I'm like, this is such a waste of an investment because it's like, what is this doing for me? You know?
Damn, dude, we sound old as shit. It's like, man, I've calculated my return on investment on my hentai stickers.
Dude, what a waste of money, though. Well, dude, trust me, because like I quickly realized after buying so many, and they were always coming in the mail, dude. It wasn't like oh, it's a little here and there. It was like at least once a week I would get a shipment of stickers in. And I think after I actually put them on stuff, I was like, I have enough stickers to cover like 3 cars, and I only have 1. B, they just wear down super fast, and it's not even worth it because you're just throwing money down the drain. And especially being back in the States, too, I was talking with Charlton about this, was things are different in the States, man, than they are in Japan. And when I was overseas, I was buying anime figures, I was buying stickers, I was buying shirts, I was buying all kinds of weeb shit. And over there, it's totally normal. It's totally normal to have that stuff. It's not viewed any type of way. That's just like part of their, I don't want to say it's part of their culture. I mean, it is. It's part of their culture, I guess, and like they're more accustomed to it. But when you come back to the States, you know, I'm 30, dude. I've got friends that are in their 40s or in their upper 30s, and they'll come over, and I've got these display cases with like bikinied up, you know, big busty anime girls, and it's not a great look. I don't love it. People here don't, you know, it's not as normal here. So when they come over, I feel like a creep, and I'm like, oh, this isn't the move over here. Like, this isn't the same as it is over there. And the same goes with slaps, dude. You put slaps on your car, you wear shirts with, you know, hentai shit or with girls on it or with anime, whatever. I think it's just different.
I was gonna say, I like the way you did it though, because you had them on the back of your seat. So it's like, unless you knew to look there, you probably wouldn't have noticed it.
Right. And I still have those.
Yeah. Did I tell the story about how I almost got a freaking ticket for having stickers on my freaking car back in Misawa? I don't know if I told that story on here.
No. Was it front windows?
No, it was on the rear window. There was like I guess they call them spine.
Yeah.
On the rear window stickers.
Yeah.
On the car when I bought it, was on my Chaser, and one of the stickers was Pussy Hunters. And I didn't even give it a second thought. And, you know, and that's the thing you were saying about the slaps. Like, if anyone ever looked at those things, you know, it's chicks with their tits out and whatnot. But I parked at like, it was an all call for the entire base. And I parked, and this Secfo guy walks up behind me. He's like, if I come back out here and see that on your window, I'm going to give you a ticket. And I was like, see what? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, the sticker. I was like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, okay, well, I hope you fucking busted a nut off of that display of authority. So I just took the pussy part off, and then it just said Hunters. I was going to replace it just to spite him, but I didn't want to fuck around. Because I, you know, of all the cars I've ever owned, that car, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that it was red, got me the most like negative attention.
Man, and I loved that car too. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Have you seen?
They do say it's red. I mean, that is a superstition thing for sure.
Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of what happened to that car?
No, but it got wrecked, right?
Yep.
Rip.
And then Donnie picked it up, and I think he sold it.
Oh, I think I saw that actually. Yeah, that was somewhat recently, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep talking about anime for a minute here. Not even about car shit. How do we feel about anime music videos for like hip hop and trap stuff like that?
Anime music videos. I don't think well
the AMVs.
The
I
only
think that's
one
what they shorten them to.
I don't go and look for them. The only one that I've seen recently that was really decently good, well, not decently good, it was really good, was Flying Lotus featuring Anderson .Paak. And that one is animated by a famous that
one's actually like made. So what a lot of people do is they'll make fan-made music videos for like Suicide Boys or for I don't fucking know, dude, any of that shit, Denzel Curry or Xavier Wolf or whatever, and they'll just edit like a Dragon Ball clip. Typically they'll dig like really deep and they'll find some shit from like Berserk or something like that, or you know what I mean, like something not common, and then they'll edit out like this whole fight scene for the music video or whatever. And I think this shit is so corny, dude. I'm like, I don't know, man. It doesn't do it for me. I'm like, I don't.
That stuff is not for our generation. That stuff's not for us.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The more and more I think about it, like I just scroll past it. So I was like, this is not for me, because kind of along in that. Well, it's not in the same vein. I mean, we can return back to the anime music video thing, but something that I want to talk about that's car related is: have you seen people that are role playing in video games, like on their Instagram? So there's like people that are role playing in Grand Theft Auto, like they're actually owning and building these cars.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what did I miss?
Yeah,
like
I do.
They'll talk about these cars. Like he's like, oh, we just got back from picking up Johnny's new S13, and they'll have a picture of the car on the trailer in the video game, and it's like, I was a kid once. I don't ever remember this type of shit. Maybe it's equivalent to what we did with our action figures and shit, but this is some next level shit.
I was going to say, man, I think if I was a kid and I didn't have money to actually buy a car, or I was 13 or 14, it would make sense. You know what I mean? Like, if I couldn't physically drive and I still wanted to have those experiences with my friends, I get it. If I was like 23, 24 doing that, it'd probably be a little different. I'd be like, all right.
Well, they're old enough to understand how social media works. I mean, I think the craziest post I saw was a guy. It was a Grand Theft Auto thing. The picture was him at a garage with like a bunch of other people, and he had tires in his car. And the quote was like, or the caption was like, just picked up a set of burners from so and so. It's like, hopefully I can hit the track this weekend. It's like, you do realize this is a video game,
right?
Like, what is happening?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean that's truly role playing right there.
But I mean, and to bring it back to the anime video thing, it's like, you know, just let people do what they want to do.
Do they role play like getting 2 laps out of a pair of tires, and they're like, "Fuck, man,
I don't think they've
just changed
discovered
out
that
these
yet.
tires." That's real life, dude. That's real life role play. Is when you show up with fucking busted ass winter tires and you get maybe a lap and a half, and you're like, "Well, that was a fun lap. Let's go back in."
Yeah. Well, like you got off a couple laps and nothing broke, and you were like, "Well, I probably shouldn't tempt fate." So
right, that was not me once, dude. I was like, if I got tires, we're going.
Dude, man, so we mentioned earlier I got like 9 months left here, and my listing comes out in 2 weeks. So I have my fingers crossed I can go back to Japan, dude. If I go back to Japan, I'll be so happy.
That would be so tight. Yeah, I mean,
or Korea too.
Any base. Would you be able to have a car in Korea?
So Jumpin was telling me about this. So I would, because I would be command sponsorship, which for the listeners out there, that just means I'll bring my family with me.
Yeah.
And I guess the law in Japan is if you own a car for more than a year, like wherever you are, it's not considered a car. It's considered like like what'd she say? It's like personal property or some shit. Basically, if I were to take my cars back to Korea, I wouldn't have to go through all the stringent like smog tests and everything, because it's not considered a car, basically. I don't know.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So that's why I was hoping I could feasibly take the Stadia and the GTR. Obviously, I'd have to pay for the Stadia out of pocket. And Jumpin wants to get a car and take it to Korea too. So we might have to pioneer the scene out there. Freaking
got to.
Everything
man.
That's old is new again out there.
Buy a Hyundai.
Yeah, no.
Get that Genesis.
I mean, they do have, you know, the the Genesis or whatever,
right.
The old Genesis, not the new ones. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect out there. It's kind of actually scary, the prospect of going to Korea, where going to somewhere where the scene doesn't really cater to Japanese cars. So it's like if I take my GTR there and something happens, like who the fuck do I go to fix something, or like get parts and whatnot?
Yeah.
Like you would think that since you're right, you know, basically next door to Japan, it'd be easy to find that stuff, but they're as far away from each other as they can possibly be.
Culturally,
in terms
you mean?
Of like culture and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. To get away from Korea a little bit, talking about videos, because dude, everything now is social media. Everything's YouTube. Everything is TikToks. Everything's whatever, right? So everything is like, if you weren't there, which I think is dope. I think it's dope that if you can't be there, like I said in the last episode, man, like I watched FD live, and just seeing how far technology has come, man. Like, I don't have to pay for a ticket. I don't have to fly to Erie, Pennsylvania. I was able to sit on my couch, watch it the day after it aired. Odi Bakchis, you got wrecked. You got shafted, son, and I still feel bad about that. Fuck the whole situation. He's my new favorite driver. I don't even keep up with FD, but Odi Bakchis, I was like, all right, bro, you can get it. Anyways, needed to throw that out there. Didn't talk about it in episode 5. But no, technology's coming so far. Being able to be present at events, being able to see people's car builds that you've never met before and seeing what people are doing, I think that's just really cool. And I think I think it's a catch-22, honestly, because I feel like it's cool because you can get inspiration, you can get motivation from other people working on their shit. But at the same point, I feel like we're living in an echo chamber where everybody's doing the same things because we're seeing the same things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I'm sure even in the 60s and 70s, when they were hot rodding cars, I bet everybody was doing the same thing because they were all ordering the same shit out of their fucking Sears catalog. But it's like, they were. They made like 7 parts for the Chevelle and everybody bought the same shit. So like, I'm sure this has been just repeated in history over and over and over since the Model A.
Well, when was the last time you went on Instagram and went on their new little Reels thing? And I don't know, for you, it's probably the same way, but for me, it's curated basically. So it's only like car stuff and like skateboarding stuff and like chicks in bikinis for me.
Dog.
And as you're scrolling down, it's like you're saying, it's literally everybody doing the exact same thing.
Oh, yes.
And the new thing with the videos for cars and like the edits, it'll be some other like random video and a couple of videos clipped together, and then the sound will sound like another song. So it'll be like 2 clips of some random video, and then the sound will clip into like another song, and then the really quick cuts of people's in their cars. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
I know what you're talking about.
If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
There's and like, what was it? They do one. Hello, my name is Susie. That's Susie with a Z, or whatever, and it'll clip to fucking Ghostmane. And I watched this video, and this NA Miata like gave me epilepsy. Like, I was
exactly.
Like, dude, it clipped so fast, and like one clip would be white, and the next clip would be normal color, and it just flashed the fastest. Like, most people give a warning for an epileptic seizures, And I was like, dog, yeah. I don't even have epilepsy, and this shit is gonna fucking make me start seizing.
Man, it's a younger generation, man. It's as fast as give it to us as fast as possible. And
well,
I don't know how long reels are, but
I think they can be 60 seconds. But I think it all comes down. I mean, we've been doing shit like this for as long as social media has been prevalent too, with making videos, right? Like, videos have been a part of car culture, or really any kind of culture, because it's like, how can we see what other people are doing? How can we make the coolest video? Like, everybody wants to be Cole Bennett. And it's like, how can we make this the dopest video with a cool car, like stance videos? You know what I mean? Like, stance videos have been around forever, and they used to be super cringy. And now, like, some of the edits are actually pretty fucking sick. Same goes with drifting. So yeah, I just think that's a part of the culture as a whole, is like videos. And then you've obviously got your vlog style videos on YouTube, where people are like doing their builds and stuff like that. So I just think that media is so like intertwined now, even if it is just a stylized, reel or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cyclical, and it goes back to how easy technology is making everything. So you have people that, they think, okay, Instagram has this template, let me make this car video with this template. And that's probably what those videos are. It's like a template. It's like, take a video now, take a video now, take a video now. Then it'll process it, and boom, you have your fucking video. Yeah. But then you have people that are like actually original thinkers and forward thinkers, like, okay, I want to do something that's against the grain. And even if it's something that's already been done, it's been done like generations ago. So like, I'm looking, like literally right now, I'm looking at an Instagram where all their videos of this team are done on, looks like on like VHS or something.
Right.
So everything looks like old, but some kid's going to see that and be like, whoa, what is that? What filter is that? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, he just shot it on a VHS tape.
Exactly. The VHS lo-fi, high 8 tape, like that whole look is coming back. Which is funny, because you take like, There's memes about it even where photographers will have like these crazy megapixel cameras that shoot 6,000 by 4,000 photos or like something absurd, and then they'll add grain to it and like physically make the photo reduce the quality of the photo to give it a certain look. You know what I mean? Like we're getting so good with our shit that it doesn't even look good anymore, or like you can see everything.
It's missing like a character. A lot of stuff is missing character because everything's getting so samey that you have to inject some character back in if you want it to stand